Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a mid-year book freakout tag because it's the middle of the year. It's a little bit past the middle of the year, but it's still the middle of the year. This is my second year in the booktube, so I done this tag last year, which I'm gonna link down below in case you wanna freak it out. In case you wanna check it out. So I'm filming it on July 24th, so it's a month over the mid-year, but we're just gonna look at this as a mid-year because I don't wanna look what I had in like June because that's too much work. But I've read 31 books so far this year. Not a lot, it's good amount for I feel like July. It could have been more if I wasn't traveling and busy with my life, but I'd rather travel and be busy with my life than read. So the shortest book that I read is the Kim Jong-born 1982, which was 163 pages, and the longest book that I read so far is The Stand, which I think is gonna stay that way for the rest of the year, is 1,152 pages. Alright, the average length book is 355, which is I feel like average for everybody. And the most popular that I've read is Lord of the Flies. Really? It's the most popular? Okay. I guess it's the classic, so that's cool. And the least popular is The Shadows, which, you know, it's a self-published author. My average rating for 2020 is 3.3. So any book that I rated above that, be happy because I apparently rate books really low. And here are all the books that I read this year. Yep, that's it. Let's get to the questions now. The first one is the best book you've read in 2021. It's good that I have my Goodreads open because I don't remember any books that I read. Let's see. The City of Thieves was really good. The Concrete Rose was really good. My favorite book was Anxious People by Frederick Backman. I just did my May and June wrap-up. I'm gonna link it down below. And that was the book. I talked about it and it's phenomenal. I highly recommend it. The next question is best sequel you've read so far in 2021. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. Oh, I think I don't know the answer. Okay. So we have The Concrete Rose. That was the sequel. Hidden Bodies was the sequel. Deadline was the sequel. That's a lot of sequels I read. Holy crap. Good Girl, Bad Blood was the sequel. Okay, so I definitely have things to choose from. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with The Concrete Rose. Question number 3 is the new release you haven't read yet but want to. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, I'm just gonna make it easy for me. I'm just gonna go with Every Vow You Break by Peter Swanson. I really want to read that book. I stand by Peter Swanson. It's really, really good. I don't think there's anything else that I'm super interested that just came out. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Let's see. Question number 4 is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Oh, I know the answer. The Stranger in the Lifeboat by Mitch Albom, which comes out November 2nd, 2021. I love Mitch Albom. I'm so happy. We're so blessed to be getting another Mitch Albom's book. So this is the cover. It's beautiful. It's everything I can ever hope for. Question number 5 is biggest disappointment. Biggest disappointment. The 7.5 Death of Evelyn Hardcastle. Really wanted to like that. Oh my gosh, no. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. I cannot. I'm so disappointed I didn't like this book. I think more than anything. I really, really disappointed I didn't like that book. The Only Good Indians was really disappointing. Kim Jong-born 1984 was so disappointing. The Stand was so disappointing. I feel like I have so many disappointments this year for some reason. Biggest surprise. Next question is biggest surprise. Let's see, biggest surprise that I read and I didn't expect to like, I guess. The Stargirl I gave 5 stars. That was really surprising. Let's see, what else was pleasantly surprising? Yeah, that's it. Oh, The City of Thieves. I also thrifted that book that I did not expect to like, but it did very much. I gave it 5 stars. It was really, really nice. That was surprising too. Okay, next one is favorite new author, debut or new to you. Alright, favorite new author. Well, let's see. Frederick Backman was last year. Caroline Kepner, Stephen King, Angie Thomas. What did I read this year that I was like? Holly Jackson, Ruth Ware. Did I read anything that I haven't read? I don't know. Favorite new author. I don't think I can point out something super exciting or new this year that I've read that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this author from now on. I guess David Bianoff, the one that wrote City of Thieves. I don't know if he put out anything else. I think he put out one more book. I'm gonna put it right here if I find it. Anything else that I read so far? It was pretty much by the authors I've tried before. Interesting. Catherine is more likely to read books by authors she already knows and loves than something new to try. Huh. Next question is newest fictional crush. Again, I think that I said the same thing last year, that I do not fall in love with book characters, but let's see, maybe there will be... I mean, Joe again, Joe's really good. Pretty much everyone and anxious people were really... I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't call anybody crush though. Nope, I don't have a favorite crush. Next question is newest favorite character. Okay, Maverick, we loved him, and he's my favorite character. Both guys in City of Thieves were so hilarious, so good. Carrie I liked as a character. Everybody, anxious people, my favorite character. I can point out so many characters that I hated instead, actually, than the ones that I have crush on. Is there a question? The worst character you've read? There's not a worst character you read. That's interesting. But you know what? Let me just put that question in the universe. The worst character you had to deal with. I have so many, so let's talk about them, right? My grandmother asked me to tell her she's sorry. The grandmother in that book is a horrible character. Every Hearted Doorway, pretty much every teenager that talked about having sex with a corpse or killing innocent people or talk about vibrators, yep, those are really bad. The Pleasure and a Calling, the main character is pathetic, honestly. California, Cal was a horrible person. The Only Good Indians, all of them are horrible people. Kim Jae-yoon was, I don't know what her problem is at this point. The Stand, oh my gosh. I won't say all of them. Let's talk about the book that I haven't reviewed on this channel yet, which I'm gonna talk about in my July and August wrap-ups. But The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware I've just finished, and the main character, the nanny, I wanted to punch her in the face so many times, so I didn't like her. But anyway, let's stop answering the question that didn't exist. Let's move on to the next one, which is a book that made you cry. Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. A book that made you happy. Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. Most beautiful books you bought so far this year. Oh boy. The problem that I have with myself is that I will actually go ahead and check what the most beautiful book I read. So since I write down every single book that I buy, why wouldn't it be like the most exciting book that you've bought? Why is like the most beautiful cover? Like who cares about the cover? I don't know. They're all beautiful. They're all beautiful. I guess I'm gonna go with Astonishing Color After. I found the colors really vibrant and beautiful in the bird silhouette. If I was to be a writer and this was my book cover, like I would be happy with that. So that's the best critiques you will get from me today. Alright, and let's move on to the next question, which is... The last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Welcome to my unread shelves. Just kidding. There's a lot of books that I've read, but all of them would be nice. I would like to read a George Malaman book this year. I definitely am reading Finding Chica by Mitch Albom this month or the next for 100%, because a new book's coming out and I still haven't read his book that came out last year, so I need to read that. I would like to read a Brandon Sanderson book. I would like to finish one book in Russian. I would like to just read a few more historical fictions and just everything else. But anyway, this was the tag. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't believe it's already July. What a crazy year it's been. I hope you had a great first half of the year, and I hope the next one will be even better. I hope I can put myself together to read all the books that I want and at least reach like 60 books in total in this year. That would be good, but if not, it's whatever. We read books for enjoyment, not for like a page count, whatever. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!